Hello all! This is going to be a very brief and audio-only review. That's why the screen is black right now, and also I'm in a room with a bit of bric-a-brac on the floor, so if I accidentally bump or thump into anything, don't let that startle you, but this is my review of The Highlanders, the second Doctor Who story in my line of reviewing all of the second Doctor Who stories. So, I have to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be very genuine in this and just tell you my honest feelings, and I mean no disrespect to anyone with these feelings, but I feel like I have to be completely honest about this. This second story, The Highlanders, by the way, full spoilers for The Highlanders, this second story is one that is missing, and part of what I agreed to do when I set up this series basically was I'm going to review every story from the second Doctor's era. Some of them are available on Audible with audio-only versions, some of them are animated, and some of them are actually completely in-store, or intact, I should say. And so I was going to review them however I saw them. This particular story, The Highlanders, is a story that I've been aware of for a long time because full spoilers, full disclosure, I tried to do this thing where I was going to watch every Doctor Who story from the second Doctor's era a long time ago, because you see, I had seen the story Web of Fear, which of course itself has one missing episode, but I've seen Web of Fear, I've seen several other Patrick Troughton stories. I saw The Enemy of the World and I really liked it. I saw the animation of The Power of the Daleks and I really liked it. Of course, I liked him in The Five Doctors, and I liked him in The Two Doctors, and I liked him in The Three Doctors. And having seen a lot of his run, I was a big fan, so I set out to do that. But I gotta be honest with you guys, I first purchased this story, The Highlanders, probably over 6 years ago. And I've been trying to finish this story the entire time, and I just finished it a few minutes ago. And why? Because, guys, I'm so sorry to say this, but this story is so boring. This story is so boring. It's so boring that it's hard to follow what's happening, because I find that I just don't care about what's happening. Now, I'm sure the time period is very interesting. I'm sure what was going on with the Highlanders is very interesting. So I'm not saying that there's a problem with the premise there or any of those story elements, but the way the story is written, if you've ever gone to see a play that just really wasn't working, and it's about the halfway mark, and you're just like not wanting to look at your watch, but you're trying to find a way to look at your phone or something without drawing attention to it because it's just dragging and dragging. This is how I feel about the Highlanders. I couldn't tell you what happened in this story, guys. I've been watching this for this review over a period of about 2 months. Where every couple weeks I'll watch another episode of it, and it's only 4 episodes. And guys, I gotta tell you, listening to it in this format is fine for me, because Power of the Daleks, I experienced Power of the Daleks, actually I think I saw the animated one first, but certainly the Macra Terror, that's how I experienced that the first time. The Macra Terror I watched or listened to with the Audible version with the narration. And that's the way that I also listened to The Ambassadors of Death the first time on the Audible version. So I'm quite used to listening to the... there's... I don't remember. There's a few other Doctor Who stories I did like that too. But I've listened to quite a few with the audio versions, and I've liked them. So that's not the problem here. And I've even listened to audio-only versions that had more parts than this did. I just... Look, there are some interesting things in here. The Doctor dresses up in all kinds of outfits, which is cool. The Doctor dresses up in drag, which is cool. And there's all kinds of characters in here, and there's some action. But I couldn't tell you what the story was about. And I'm telling you guys this because I'm moving on. I'm not going to go back and try to pay close attention to the story, because that's part of the reason why all those weeks ago I posted Power of the Daleks, and I intended to get through all the stories, and I just wanted to make sure that I had some sort of comprehensive review for this, because I have a pretty high standard of, at least if I'm not going into technical production that's very high, I like to have the ideas I put forward in my videos be quality ideas that I've thought through before I just say them in my review. But if I do that, guys, I'm never going to finish this series. I'm never going to finish the series if I get stuck in the second episode because it's the Highlanders. So I just tell you here and now, I don't know what it was about, and it had some stories that I kind of followed. There was a plot line with the Doctor impersonating someone, I think maybe from Germany, and then Jamie was there with them and he was serving, and then there was Ben who got captured, and at the end there was a betrayal and the Doctor stole something, and of course Ben ended up being rescued, and Jamie went with them at the end. So I know those things. Oh, and there was something about a girl and her father that went off with Polly. There was some stuff but I just can't with this one, guys. I just can't with this story. I just am gonna move on. There are so many more interesting stories to watch. I'm so excited. I'll tell you what stories I'm excited about, because I know that I've kind of let you down a little bit with this review, but let me tell you some stories I'm looking forward to reviewing. The Web of Fear, looking forward to that one. The Enemy of the World, looking forward to that one. The Invasion, for sure. The Macra Terror, I've watched that one so many times. I might have even recorded a review already for the Macra Terror. I don't know, but I'll certainly do it again. I'm not going to just plop something back in there I recorded a long time ago and never published. So, a lot of those stories, The Underwater Menace as well. I'm interested in that one, the Faceless Ones, of course. And I know The Evil of the Daleks is certainly one that I'm excited for, because I think it's one of the better Dalek stories. So, that's one that I'm really, really looking forward to. But in the meantime, we'll just see what I think of the next one, which I don't even know what the next story is. I have to go look it up. But I'm going to try to pump out a few of these, in a week, so that I'm not just sitting here not posting anything because there's one story. I will not do that again. If there's a story that I'm not liking and I'm dreading, then I will just keep going through. Because I got to be honest with you guys, even today when I watched episode 4, I was sitting there watching it, and I looked at the time, and there was still 10 minutes left, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 10 minutes left in this episode. Please just end. So, yeah, there's a couple parts I like in this, but just really wasn't my thing, guys. It wasn't my thing so much that it took me 6 years or more to get through it. Took me 6 years to get through what's essentially an 88-minute episode. So, anyway, guys, what did you think of the Highlanders? I'm so sorry if this is one of your favorites. Let me know, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.